Hi, Glenn Phillips with Lake Homes Realty and LakeHomes.com. So it's a really hot market, and today if you're selling your lake home, you can probably get a very good price if you price it appropriately. However, today I want to talk to you about 3 reasons the highest offer to buy your lake home may not be the best offer for you. The point really here is not the offer. The deal is, what do you get at closing? And that can actually change through a number of factors, and I want to make sure you're aware of those as you start going through the process of selling your lake home, whether it's now or later. The first one, loan contingencies. This says that if the buyer doesn't get approved for a sufficient loan, that they can get out of the contract. Well, this can be a problem if they've really kind of gotten a high price offer and you took it and then they can't get approved for that loan. You're back to square one, or a backup offer. And not strangely, here's a secret. In the hot market right now, there are people who are racing to throw a high offer, planning to renegotiate or even decide that they don't want the home. They throw in a high offer quick, they get a contract, and then using contingencies like the loan, they figure out, oh, we really didn't want that house, but we didn't want to miss out on the opportunity. So a second thing to be aware of, and a similar thing, is number 2, the inspection contingencies. This can really lead more to negotiating the price of the house if things are found to be a problem with the house. Hopefully many of these things have been disclosed in advance as you're required to, but as a seller. But these inspection contingencies can lead people to discover issues with a home that may not be a deal breaker in your mind as a seller, but for them it may be a deal breaker, or it may be a way to get out of that contract or leverage to get you where you go, I don't want to go back on the market. I'll concede some inspection costs as a contingency. So suddenly that highest offer dropped. It's no longer the highest anymore, which may mean it wasn't the best. Number 3 has to do with appraisal issues, particularly this recent little spike in prices. The appraisals may not come back at the prices. Well, the bank's only going to loan so much money. Who's going to make up the difference in price? You going to bring the cash to the table? This can be a negotiating strategy as well, is that some people not only make an offer on the price, but they'll offer to cover a certain amount of what they call the appraisal gap. Well, if somebody doesn't have the means to cover an appraisal gap, whether they've disclosed this on the front end or they come back to deal with it, that high offer may have been great, but they may have no money to make up the difference from what the bank will loan and what you need for the price that you've been excited because you got that highest offer. So there are a lot of other factors. It just needs to go that highest and best offer are not always the same thing. It's not an auction. And so as you're looking for prices when you're selling your lake home, you need to account for things that can devalue the price that's offered initially. Or if they're competing offers, are they real? Or are they just using a high number to get you under contract and negotiate you back down? Or even to decide they really may not even want your home, but they took you out of the market. So keep these things in mind when it's time to sell your lake home. As always, we have Lake Homes licensed agents exclusive with us around the country who'd be glad to talk with you as well if you're thinking of selling your lake home. No obligation. They'll come out and they're experts at dealing with all of these issues and helping you understand the competing offers and what makes not only an offer high, but best, the one that'll get you to the closing table and maximize your return on your investment. Be sure and visit at LakeHomes.com. We have tens of thousands of properties for sale, whether you're wanting to buy or you want to compare in your market, as well as tips and videos like these. I hope this has been helpful, and thank you and have a great day. For more information, be sure to check out LakeHomes.com.